Okay. We got Jim.
Jim. I'm not ready for this nickname. He doesn't
Probably
have
doesn't have one. Miller. He's 21-3 versus Nate.
Doesn't
Diaz.
have one either.
It's so bourgeois not to have a fucking nickname these days. Diaz is 15-7. Miller 50. I hope this was right. I didn't write the name, so I hope Miller's 57% by sub, 14% by KO. Diaz 67% by sub, 20% by submission. I'm sorry, 20% by KO. I'm already discombobulated. Let's say this right off the bat. Hometown advantage for Miller. Fighting in Jersey, fighting in front of his home crowd. Should be the fucking thrust he needs to fucking take him over the top. There was another weird streak in here. I know I said it on another one. Diaz is very streaky. He has not won 3 fights in a row since 2008. And right now he's sitting on 2 fights. He had a fucking pretty dominant performance over Cerrone.
Cowboy came in with the worst game plan ever.
Yeah, and that's why I don't know if it was more so Cerrone with the shitty game plan or Diaz with the stellar boxing.
He did look good against
a little bit of both.
Gomi, though, prior to that.
Yeah, does that count anymore if you beat Gomi?
I don't know. Fireball Kid.
He was. Now, not so much. He just kind of shows up for a paycheck. What? You can't say that. You can't say the guy just shows up for a paycheck. Crow cop. Come on. That's out of control. I apologize to both of those guys. That was across the line.
Find your ass.
Huh?
Crow cop will come find you. Shove some sauerkraut down your throat.
I don't eat enough of that.
Sausage.
You're just going to supercharge me, bitch. I'm going to be like Overeem. You better watch yourself. I'll be 265. 65 pounds of head muscle.
That sauerkraut does work. I've been eating a lot of it.
Superpower, man.
I think it helps you absorb more nutrients from the food you eat.
Probably. It's helping your gut, getting healthy.
Yes.
Staying lean.
Fermented food.
Yes.
Some kimchi. You ever eat kimchi?
No.
It's like the Korean sauerkraut. Fermented cabbage.
It's all about fermentation.
Tasty. I like it.
All right. Let me get off the food kick.
Okay.
So Nate just got his
Black belt.
BJJ black belt. Ooh, ooh. Thought everyone had one already. But
From Gracie?
Yep. We'll go back to Miller. He's won 9 of his last 10. He's coming off that submission win over Guillard where not many people were giving him a chance.
Yep.
Guillard overlooked him, so both their last fights was kind of weird. I'm struggling on who to pick on this one because Diaz, if you're a strong wrestler, you're going to beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Miller, I don't consider him in that strong
At
wrestler.
170, maybe not at 155.
What's that?
If you're a strong wrestler.
I don't know. He lost to a bunch of wrestlers.
But that was before. I feel like we saw a resurgence of the Diaz since he's dropped.
Going back to 55.
Yes.
Well, he can't get as manhandled as he did at 70. 70 is way too small for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But, Miller had that troubling outing against Henderson where I think he had the HIV or something.
He was sick. He had mono or something, supposedly.
Yeah, so he didn't look too well in that fight and got handled. But Henderson, as you know, champion, beast, probably going to reign supreme for a while.
Until he loses.
Yeah, until he loses or he retires, whatever comes first. I don't know who to pick. I think at the end of the day, this is also a 5-round fight. Mention that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. You got the
and it's for a shot at the title. I don't know if we said this before.
I don't know.
It's a shot at the title. Dana White said
Rashad has the title?
Whoever wins this will get a shot at the title at 155.
Fair enough.
So, big pressure.
I'm playing it out in my head. It's like, okay, well, if Diaz just boxes him, because this is what usually happens. These guys aren't going to go to the fucking ground. And I want them to go to the ground. They're not going to go to the ground. Probably be some freaky flash knockout in the first round.
Could be.
I'm taking Jim Miller.
All right. Bye.
Decision.
Okay. Fair enough. I can certainly see how that would happen because I think the one problem I see with Diaz's game, and it's come up time and time again, it's not that his jiu-jitsu is bad. I think his style of jiu-jitsu does not play favorably into MMA scoring. He plays a lot off his back all the time, And even though he may be going, he probably has one of the most active guards of anybody I see that plays, off his back in jiu-jitsu. But judges don't necessarily know what they're watching sometimes. And even though he's going for shit all day long off his back, who did he fight? The stun gun? Yeah. I mean,
Long Dick Don.
There's a lot of fights. I wrote down, okay, so you have Guida, Stevenson, McDonald, and the stun gun. Similar styles, guys who took him down, and he was active from his guard, but he never could get the scoring. The MMA is a wrestler's kind of a wrestling/boxing type of scoring system. I think off your back, that's trouble. So if Miller can get the takedown and stay on top, that will look bad if this goes to a decision. Yeah. I have a hard time thinking that Diaz can win a decision. So if he wants to do that, he's going to have to either outbox him or try to get the top position as much as possible. Or finish, like his brother did in Strikeforce. How many times now? Try to get the armbar or whatever from the bottom.
Kimura, get it, pull it out.
But I mean, these guys. One thing that comes to mind with Miller is that, of course, he's great on the ground. But I remember that fight with Bocek, which I know we had discussions on whether he won or lost that, and he had spent the entire second round, in this fucked up Bocek had his back and
he had one arm pinned, and Bocek still couldn't get the rear naked choke on him.
Could not. But that being said, I think Diaz's jiu-jitsu is probably better than Bocek's. So actually, that would be a good fight, those two guys. But I feel like Diaz can take a decision by using his boxing, keeping Miller at range. I think they'll probably play that game for a round or two, and then someone's going to get desperate and try to take the fight somewhere else besides standing.
To Taco Bell. Let's go to Taco Bell, man. Enough of this MMA bullshit.
This round sponsored by Ben Gay.
You rub it on my balls. I'll rub it on your back.
Yeah.
It'll all work out in the end.
Ben Gay? On your balls?
They used to do that. Did you ever?
No.
Don't try it at home, kids.
Terrible. I did spill a bottle of cologne on my balls before. That was very painful.
Didn't you ever have a girlfriend back in the day? You ever give her one of them throat lozenges where it's got that mentholyptus in it?
No.
Have them suck on that, and then have them suck on
my dad watches the show. You can't talk about
I'm just saying. You want
to
keep mentholyptus away.
Your dad watches the show all the time. I'm like, what? Still? Stop watching the show, Dad.
It's all good. Keep the don't get the mentholyptus on your dick. That's what I'm trying to say.
Or ice cubes.
Ben Gay on the balls either. It's not good.
No, I agree. I wouldn't know about Ben Gay, but I would assume it's a similar feeling as
it's a burning sensation.
Breaking a cologne
bottle. It was like the icy hot. It's the same difference. You got to be careful. Sometimes you're in any kind of sport, you have freaks that are on the team. They think it's funny. They want to be
Ben Gay in your jockstrap.
Spreading icy hot or Ben Gay.
I put itch powder
places shouldn't go.
In people's jockstraps, but not Ben Gay. That's rude.
So you can itch your balls off, but not burn them off.
Itching is okay.
Fuck.
Yeah, and you can wash it off. I mean, Ben Gay, I think, burns for a while.
Burns to the core, man.
So yeah,
that's deep.
Diaz takes rounds 1 and 2. Miller will get top position in round 3. I think it goes to decision. Diaz wins with his boxing, his crazy ass style, using his range and whatnot. It's going to be a fight of the night. I think we're going to see every facet of MMA in this thing.
Hopefully.
And it should be good. And it's
big card. They're
Miller
headlining.
Ever gone to 5? Has either guy ever gone 5 rounds? I don't think so. So I'd be interested to see what happens in the 4th and 5th round with these two guys. Who's going to have the better gas tank?
Yeah.
So
questionable. The other thing that's I think that hurts Diaz is his corner, because his corner they don't give the right
instructions,
advice, and they don't tell you if you're down. Like, fuck it, you're ahead.
You're doing well.
You're ahead on all cards. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Coach, I can't see. You're doing fine.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So, that's another thing that should be looked at.
Hit the one in the middle.
Yeah. What? It'll all work out. So, you're taking
Diaz decision.
I'm going to take Miller decision. Magic 8 Ball. Diaz.
Okay. Which means probably this fight will end in 2 minutes.
Someone's going to slip and blow their knee out in the first round.
Ouch.
Patrick Cote style.
Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to that guy?
I was just going to say, where's the coat man?
He's gone.
I think he still deserves a fucking rematch with Anderson Silva. They never made that happen. I'll argue that Cote was possibly close to almost winning a round, if not the entire fight. until the spider was
2 rounds.
fucking doing jumping jacks and all his shenanigans and karate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we were drunk by the time that happened.
Maybe. Definitely disgruntled for sure.
We don't remember.
It was disgruntled. It was an angry crowd. Angry.
Oh, I would have been pissed too.
There was a lot of hate.
I'd say in Chicago, the live events I've seen so far, my favorite was still that Strikeforce we went to. The Fedor Dan Henderson.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Fucking that was ridiculous. I got goosebumps during how
just the
crazy
walkout for that. Everyone was going so apeshit for Fedor.
Yep. Yeah, the Last Emperor. The aura of that. I mean, it was so. It's like one of those moments where, like I always wanted to see the Beatles or Pink Floyd or whoever live. I got a chance to see like Fedor live. You can't say that.
Right on the cusp of the down, but better to see than not to see.
That's true.
For free.